Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have been paying attention to the crypto market, you might have noticed that ever since Bitcoin broke out of the consolidation phase between 95 and 96,000 and reclaimed close to 97,000, the fear or the uncertainty has definitely calmed down and the optimistic look has definitely increased significantly. I mean, the large Twitter account which cover everything relating to crypto news are now live streaming the look of Bitcoin actually hitting 100,000. The countdown is huge, but today morning there was a little bit of pullback that Bitcoin received due to a lot of whales deciding to take profit, but all of that profit actually flew into other altcoins including Dogecoin, as Doge's trading volume increased from 6 billion to 8 billion and the price is now sitting close to 42, which is a very strong support. On the other end, Taiwan is going to implement strict crypto laws which is going to stop money laundering. Japan is about to issue a warning letter to 5 unregistered crypto exchange. Dogecoin needs to close above this level for more upside, and Dogecoin surges, the political hype could approach the price to $1. Before we get into all of this, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with the crypto market and especially Dogecoin, you want the latest and the greatest news first and stay up to date with everything, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button right there, slap a like on the video, just up to YouTube algorithm, push the video out to more people are paying attention to the crypto market, the user engagement goes up, more inflow of cash, the market keeps climbing and a lot of us make a lot of profit. So make sure you go down and slap a like on it. Now, first thing first, I want to show you guys the way that Doge is acting right now. It's actually really good, because if you pay attention, there are two lines which we should be paying attention to. This is the initial pump that we received, then there was a little bit of a pullback, and there was another pump. Now, one time, or for a short period of time, you can say, it did actually climb over the previous, so there was even a faster growth potential that Doge was showing. But then there was a little bit of profit taking, which is from the people who were panicking. Then the recovery, panic, and now this is going to be the surge that is going to be very important. As long as we're able to stay over 42 cents for Dogecoin right now, it's definitely got a lot more upside compared to the downside. But it is going to be heavily driven, or this weekend is going to be heavily driven the way that Bitcoin is going to react. I mean, right now you can see that Bitcoin is sitting at 96,500. As long as it does not break below 96,000, for the short term, Bitcoin has a lot of potential to climb. On the other end, in the long term, if you guys are willing to spot hold for a long time, you don't need to worry, because we're still in a really strong bull run, which is going to probably slow down around 130,000. Before that, there is no sign of Dogecoin actually showing any slowing down, or even Bitcoin. Now, if we look at the 1 hour chart, you guys can see we made it all the way to 98,500. Ever since, it's been doing pretty much a step rotation. Once we break out of the step rotation, it's definitely going to have a next stop at 100k, because right now the optimism in the crypto market has been the highest we have seen since the start of the year. So there is definitely a lot more inflow of cash as compared to outflow. That's all I'm going to say. On the other end, there are some big countries around the world which are doing some sort of sanctions relating to crypto. Now, this rule were initially set to take effect early next year, but recent breaches have prompted the FSC to examine its implementation. So pretty much this framework is going to stop people from, money laundering using cryptocurrency. And I don't condone this, because this is going to be allowing more and more things relating to regulations towards crypto. But at the same time, I do understand where they're coming from, and they do need to stop what's happening with crypto and people trying to steal money, as it's not fair for everyone. On the other end, the Japanese regulators issue a warning to 5 unregistered crypto exchanges. At the rate at which the crypto exchanges are moving around the world, it's crazy to see that even in Japan, they have unregistered ones which are having some problems. Now, Dogecoin needs to stay above this. What is this key point? would validate this bullish pattern. The analyst stated that a daily close above the pattern top of 43 would confirm a breakout is very around the corner as the ascending triangle structure is forming. Now, I do understand that. As I mentioned, it's just staying above this, and if we're able to stay over the 42, because you guys can see previously we've been rejected around this zone many times, so actually making sure that we stay in a healthy area to ensure that when Bitcoin climbs, Doge is going to be following very shortly behind. We do need to stay in this framework, and especially stay in the higher end, because if we're in the lower end, there might be a little bit of panic from some people to, you know, take some profit, and that's going to cause the market to have a little bit of a swing. Open interest is up another 9% today, 3.1 billion, and the long to the short ratio is now starting to show a little bit of weakening for the bulls. As you can see, 72% as compared to yesterday where it was close to 75%. And that could also be due to the fact that $14 million were lost by the long liquidations in the last 24 hours. Over 55,000 Bitcoins have been withdrawn from exchanges in the last 72 hours, which is worth about 5 billion. Just to give you perspective, usually when Bitcoin leaves exchanges, that just means a bullish outcome is about to come, because they're not trying to sell it, rather they're thinking of holding for the long term. Long-term Bitcoin holders have been booking profit. Prices rose from 62,000 to 99,000, but this shouldn't be a reason to turn bearish as the short corn. As you can see, there is profit taking, but that does not mean that we're going to be seeing a downfall. There is still so much more inflow of money as compared to the outflow. On the other end, inside the Bitcoin mega force, that is the MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy has turned into Bitcoin buying machine, right? It's seeing 42 billion and owning nearly 400,000 Bitcoin, nearly 2% of the total supply. The company's zero interest bonds are wild bet on Bitcoin's price exploding, with investors banking on stock prices hitting 672 target. Critics say this whole thing could fall apart if Bitcoin price drops and the investors lose interest, but for now it is working. Now, MicroStrategy can make or break the Bitcoin price right now, because the amount of supply that they're holding, 2% of the Bitcoin supply, is a huge deal. I mean, if we just do a little bit of your simple calculation, we have a market cap of 2 trillion. 2% of that is quite a large amount of money. Just to give you perspective, that's close to 40 billion. And dollars role shrinks as 80% of Russians' export revenue shift to non-toxic currencies. So pretty much they're not relying on the US dollar anymore, and more over time they are going to be relying on other things such as crypto, as their bank is also having problems. Now, what are the problems that their bank is having? Well, in simple terms, the ruble, which is the Russian currency, is having some issues. Now, potential bullish moves for Dogecoin amid the rising whale activity. Honestly, the rate at which the whale activity and everything is happening for Dogecoin right now, there is definitely a lot more upside potential as compared to downside. On the other end, Bitcoin is very similar as well, as long as there is not like crazy movement and extreme volatile market. There is going to be a lot of people that are going to be holding Bitcoin for the long term, and more things to come, such as X payments. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great day, and hopefully this is going to make you a lot of money. Have a great day, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.